All right, dude. So I haven't done a show in over a week now.
Yep, that is true.
Yeah. The last one I did was with this guy Stanford Reed. I'm not sure if you listened to it. I didn't even listen to it.
I saw parts of it.
Yeah.
That guy, I don't know. He seemed kind of out of it. And
I found him hard to talk to.
yeah.
Not that he's a dick or anything. I'm not saying that. It just like he had to.
It felt like it was forced. Like I don't want to say he didn't want to be here, but it was kind of like yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he was more than willing to come over and everything.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I even suggested that we cancel. And then he's like, no, man, I'm already here. So yeah,
that's probably the way he.
I just think no, he's a multi-talented artist. You know, he's a musician. So a lot of guys like that are gonna be more philosophical and fair enough. Like I am too, but it's to the point where like everything you say is like overanalyzed and like not corrected, but like. You know what the fuck I mean?
Yeah, no,
it's
I
like,
got you.
It's like, no, it's not you. It's everything.
Exactly.
It's everything.
Exactly.
It's, you know, like, everything has to be broken down.
He was, what was the word? Pantheistic or something like that? And I was like,
is that what he said?
I think so. It's like he believed in everything, or he believed in everything and also nothing, and I was just like, what?
I can kind of get down with that.
So,
I can kind of get down with that, but
I guess.
But when you're having a conversation with somebody, it's kind of hard to keep it flowing when like almost everything you say is like, you know, picked apart or like it comes off as a bit pretentious. But
yes.
I honestly had never really met him before. It was our first time ever really talking. So I'm not saying he's not a cool I just found him to be a tough guest because it was hard for me to like stay. He was the first guy where I was like I kind of want to end this one because like I didn't really feel I wasn't really vibing with him too much, and I feel like maybe he was he knew it was a show, so he was trying to be more, you know, thoughtful whatever. Again, Stanford, if you're listening or whoever, I'm not talking any shit. I'm just speaking the truth and how I feel, man.
Definitely.
And then, you know, during that time, I was high as fuck.
There you go.
High as fuck, not cool at all. No, it's not nice at all. In fact, I have a confession, man. So I had this client that I trained, this French girl. I'm not gonna say her name or anything.
Okay.
But she's already paid me for sessions. She's already paid for her month.
Okay.
Dude, she texted me today and says, "Hey, I'll be there in 10 minutes." I was like,
shit.
"Oh, who is this?"
Wait, who
I'm like, oh my god, I totally forgot.
Damn.
I even knew who this lady was.
Did she
I
like,
totally
make
forgot who she
an
was.
and everything? Like that's like this was the scheduled time she was supposed to come.
Well, no, she something.
I thought it was like, hey, I'm coming in 10 minutes. Are you?
It was kind of one of those things where she can come at different times of the week. Cause I'm a flexible trainer.
Okay.
I'm a flexible guy.
Gotcha,
I'm not training people all day, which is nice. But on the other hand, it means I have a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Which means I'm kind of forced to do creative shit.
Yeah, but you do like your paintings.
Exactly.
Or, you know.
Did you almost just say jerking off? Did you almost just say that?
No. Not that there's anything wrong with
I could have
that, bro.
sworn I heard you say. I almost slipped that out. No, man. Dude, so I met you yesterday. And we talked literally for 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
We
was a long time.
We met at the Riverside. I met this guy. His name is Sash.
Yep.
Mojica.
Sash Mojica. Oh, first time.
Can I say it?
Yeah,
is that right?
perfect.
Because like when
most people they go Mojica because of the J, which is totally understandable.
Well, I'm white, but I'm like a cultured white guy, I guess.
Okay.
I understand that there's different ways of spelling and shit out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Sash Mojica. And I guess like when my first not expectation, but I was like, this guy's a fucking this guy looks like he's gonna sell me beads in a fucking Arab a fucking Arab desert market or some shit. But you're Puerto Rican.
I have my own stall in a bazaar. Yeah, no, I'm Puerto Rican.
100% PR, man.
Both my parents.
Look, he's already on his second fucking beer.
Yeah, man,
You got a knife on you too?
No,
I
left that home.
Oh, that's right. They use guns.
That too.
Right. Yeah.
That shit is hard to get over here, I think, right?
I think guns are hard to get here. I've had several emails.
I was curious about that.
People saying like, hey man, like what are the gun laws over there? You know, because I want to bring my Glock over there.
Foreigners aren't allowed. That's like a huge no.
Well, no one's really allowed to have a gun
really?
unless you're a cop or if you're in the military. If you're just a regular person, man, foreigner or not, and you get busted with a loaded gun, like you're fucked. Especially as a foreigner.
Yeah.
I'd imagine you're fucked.
So what about like those guys? We were talking about them before. The
dudes who
PHQ, BHQ.
BHQ. Yeah,
we were trying to figure out if they were.
For those of you who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, down. No, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
here in Phnom Penh, there's a section. What would you call it? Like the Independence Monument area.
Yeah, it was right around there near the.
It's basically where a lot of tourists go, and there happens to be through all points throughout the day, night, and whatever. There's like these paramilitary-looking guys. They're suited and booted, ready for war. Yeah. They got AR-15s, AKs. They're loaded, ready to go, and they have the letters BHQ on their uniforms and cars, and I don't know what the fuck that stands for.
I was trying for like an hour.
I've asked the locals. I've asked several people here if anybody knows what those BHQ, those military-looking guys are in Phnom Penh. Please email thebeholeshow@gmail.com, please.
Definitely, please do.
Yeah. I have no fucking idea. But dude, like we had like. We talked about so much fucking shit.
Every single thing.
Probably everything. I kind of no. I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck else can I say to you now? I'm kidding.
I know, right?
Dude, I was watching like old NFL, not old, but like the NFL mic'd up shit on YouTube where it shows like the football players talking shit from the NFL. Dude,
but is it like the actual like what they actually say?
Yeah. Like it'll be like Brett Favre or like Chad Johnson like talking shit on the field because they have them mic'd up and you can hear him talking shit and everything.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of forgot like how much I do kind of miss America, like. The whole football thing, like I don't give a fuck about football. Yeah. I never watch it, but watching it today was just really like nostalgic, dude. Because I grew up around football. That was my shit when I was a kid.
Is it big back in Virginia or?
It is. Like I played a bit when I was in middle school. I never did well in team sports.
I know you said you did rugby, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I did rugby.
In America?
Yeah. Like even in a small little town. I mean, like we would play teams from all over Virginia, West Virginia, and Maryland. And we're pretty good. Like I was not the best player, and I'm not a team sports dude. Like I thought.
I got you.
Like I actually, well over a year ago, and Jay's my buddy. Okay. He's definitely listening to it.
All right.
And he's an American guy too. He's from Portland, and like I started an American football club here in Phnom Penh. I did.
I heard about that.
Like I made a group. Like it was me, and it was like two-hand touch or no, it was full contact American football. But people were like, I don't know about the full contact because I don't have health care, and I was like, all right, fuck it, two-hand touch.
Yeah.
So no one gets hurt or anything. That's probably smart. So then. Like it just like for whatever reason, like I just can't set it up, and then like a year later. While I'm dating my ex-girlfriend, Chiva, actually, we end up putting a game together of like 4-on-4.
Shit.
We ended up putting a game together.
It was like all foreigners, I'm assuming.
It was all. There was one. Well, he was Asian, but he was not. He was not Khmer.
Okay.
He was like his name was Max, and he was like fast as fuck, and he was an American kid.
Jesus.
Like there was all. It was all Americans, in fact. And I actually met a few cool guys there, but I was playing, and I remember like I don't like this.
Nah.
Like I like throwing the football, like playing catch and like running routes, just like me and one other person.
Yeah.
But like playing in a game, like it wasn't as fun for me, man.
I totally got you. But you said it was like 4-on-4 also. So
that and I also was maybe not as good as I thought because I used to be pretty good, and I was like not as quick on my feet as I used to be.
Like shit, man.
Like oh man.
Where'd you guys get so fast?
It was a shot. Nah. Honestly, I just wasn't into it because I was around a bunch of. I'm not labeling because not all these guys are jocks. Like Jay was there, and he's not a jock, like a typical jock, not at all.
All right.
But some of the guys there, like maybe let's say there were 10 guys there, maybe 7 were like the jock type. And I was around that, and I'm not saying I don't like those dudes, but like I never seem to like click with those types of guys.
No, I heard
those athlete guys. I'm not an athlete. Like I am not an athlete type of guy.
I mean, you get the stereotypical jock who's like pumped up all the time, like, yeah, bro, let's do this shit, man, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, damn, dude, like,
we're just throwing a ball, guys. We're throwing a ball. Now, like that's why I got so obsessed with kickboxing because I'm like, this is the ultimate form of competition.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much.
Okay.
Aside from fighting to the death, like you're going toe to toe with another dude, and it's him or you. I mean, you're trying to knock this motherfucker out.
But you got nobody to rely on. It's only if you fuck up, it's because you fucked up.
Pretty much. I mean, like, granted, you do have your coaches in the corner. Granted, you do have rounds. You do have a referee. Yes, you do have doctors and shit. But you can still get brain damage and stuff. And even actually, like American football has the highest concussion rate. Period. I mean, that's the most dangerous shit. That in boxing. Boxing is very dangerous.
We talked about it already yesterday. You know, boxing for me, I never got into it. You know, I'm a second degree black belt in Taekwondo, and I fell in love with Kung Fu and stuff. But boxing, I always felt was way too limiting. But I have, you know, the most respect for those guys.
Well, they're a master of hands. They're a master of hands.
It's fucking insane.
And it's probably the most. I mean, in my opinion, like long-term damage, like probably the worst combat sport, like for your brain.
I would assume it's boxing, yeah, definitely.
Probably just boxing because, you know...
Well, you get hit, you get rocked, you fall down, you got, what, 10,
Exactly, it's called the standing... I was just about to say this. It's called the standing 8 count. Okay. Like, for example, in my second fight, I got knocked out on my feet. Like, but I didn't go down. Yeah. Thank God. Yeah. I didn't go down. So like, they didn't count, like nobody knew I was knocked out but me.
You were the only one.
I was the only one that knew I was in trouble. And then I come back in the second round, and I start to figure this kid out basically, and I just knock him out.
That was the fight here in Cambodia.
That was a fight here in Cambodia, and I knock him down, and the ref's counting 1, 2, and I'm like, man, please don't get up, because I didn't want to fight. I was tired. I was like, fuck, come on, man, let's go home. And dude, it was a $5 purse.
Shit.
The winner got $5. The loser got $250.
Oh shit! That's like.
I mean, and that's not a bad, like in Cambodia, believe it or not,
well,
that's not.
Yes, for Khmer.
But it's crazy, dude.
It's definitely
like you can get fucked up in that ring, man. Like if a guy lands a shin to your face and cracks your fucking head.
I don't want to think about it.
If you get I don't know. I'm just saying, but
yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up knocking him out and everything, and I won. But I was like.
So then, wait a second. They're getting paid $5 tops if you win tops. Right?
I made $5 for that fight.
So how often do these guys fight then?
That's okay. So
these guys must like retire when they're 20 or something.
Here in Cambodia, shout out to Jim and Kevin. Here in Cambodia, okay, so let me just talk about Muay Thai and Kun Khmer. So Kun Khmer is like Muay Thai. It's the exact same thing. It's the same martial art.
Okay.
Kun Khmer was the original, like, striking art. Like Cambodia, the Khmer Empire, the Angkorian Empire, those were the motherfuckers to develop the striking art that the world knows as Muay Thai. However, it was technically the Cambodians that did it, and then Thailand, like, you know, they took parts of Cambodia, whatever. After like years of war and shit, but now like the world knows it as Muay Thai. And if I go around saying that I fought Kun Khmer in Cambodia, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?" Kun Khmer. Oh, you fought Muay Thai? Oh, really? Wow. Okay, you mean that shit with the elbows and the knees and stuff? Yeah. So I did that. So yeah, that's just something that a lot of people don't even realize, dude. Is that. But you were asking me how often they fight. Every 2 weeks. Every week to 2 weeks, and that's MMA fighters too.
Jesus.
They have. So the MMA scene here in Cambodia is nothing. It is nothing. Okay. Like there's one guy, and his name is Chan Rotana. And shout out to him. I've actually met him several times. A nice guy. He's a featherweight, and he's good.
Right.
He's good. He's known. I mean, he's the only Cambodian guy to fight in like ONE FC, which is like, I mean, not the only one, but like the only like well-known guy.
Yeah, he's the most popular.
He's the most popular Khmer dude in ONE FC.
Okay.
Which is
vaguely familiar with that.
Well, so ONE FC is like one fighting championship, just like UFC is Ultimate Fighting. But so ONE FC is like the UFC of, but it's actually based in Asia, I believe. I believe that's actually based out of Asia.
I know there's one promotion that's really big in Asia, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's like ONE FC is a pretty big thing, but it's nothing. It can't even touch the UFC. It can't even touch the UFC or even Bellator or any of that shit.
Bellator. What was the other one? Strikeforce, but that one got
Strikeforce bought it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, like, even after I was telling you, like, I broke my hand in that fight I had on TV.
Yeah.
And my third fight, and the winner for that, by the way, the winner's purse for that was 400,000 real.
I thought you were going to say $400. I was like, shit.
No. So that's not bad.
You know.
I mean, like if I could fight twice a month and make $800, that sucks. That still sucks. That's terrible. Actually.
But I mean, if you're living in Phnom Penh, $800. That's
at the time, I was thinking like, you know, I'm trying to be an up and coming kickboxer here.
No, of course.
I'm trying to build my name or just, you know, do this with my life, and like I was willing to do everything. Like I told you, I trained 3 times a day.
He was blowing up your phone even after you broke.
Well, and that's what I was about to say is that his name is Che Kasol, and he's known as the Elbow King.
Yeah.
Which he's known, so he's just known as slicing guys' faces open with his elbows. It's like, Jesus, okay.
Doesn't leave anything
so
to the imagination.
He's not a guy you want to piss off, probably. Yeah, it's called the Elbow King. Like, what more can you say?
Exactly.
So he's blowing my phone up, and I guess he doesn't know my hand's busted. And I'm like, dude, thanks for the opportunity, sir, but I can't really fight. My right hand is broken. Man. I cannot punch with my right hand. And he's like, oh, it's okay. You just don't punch with your right hand. I'm thinking, well, it's my number. Like at the time, and it's still like it still could. Right? Well, that's the thing. It's like it is my strong hand, and it is this hand that I used to win fights. Because whether it was a street fight or a school fight, like in the ring or whatever.
Yeah.
9 times it was typically my right hand that would clip you, and you would just go down. That would just you're like, you're done. That's it. And maybe it's a sign from the universe that I broke it. Like, hey, you've hurt too many people with this hand.
You gotta chill out for a second.
Chill out, and I like that's what I think. Like. Because I'm not saying I'm proud of this, but I've been in fights and usually my right hand lands and I just knock you the fuck out, or I put you down and you don't want to fight me anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you hit somebody in the right spot.
Now I'm forced to work on other things, which is also good. Because I was kind of one-dimensional as a fighter. If you saw, I just had a brawler style.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, which, fair enough, it worked against guys who were not that good.
Yeah.
But if I'm fighting a guy who's, really experienced and really technical and good, probably going to get knocked the fuck out. Yeah. Probably. Unless I fight. And the thing is, I do have technique. That's the thing is, I did train that. Yeah. But when I get in there, it's I want to put on a show.
Exactly.
I want to put on a show for everybody there. And I just
you're in Cambodia, you're the foreigner, so everybody's going to expect for you to, do something.
Well, they expected me to do something, or they just... I was the only white boy in the room. Yeah. This first, actually, that is not true. That is not true. It was a fight in this guy's. His name is Long Salovorn, and he's actually a very famous dude in Cambodia, as a kickboxer trainer, whatever. And he has a boxing ring and the top level of his home with place for people to sit. He has the microphone, the judges, or the bell for the end of the round, all that shit, bags, a full gym.
So he's ready to set up shows.
So it wasn't a fight on my first 2 fights were just these. Pretty much you could just say they're underground.
Yeah.
Which is kind of badass, I thought. It's an underground fight in Cambodia.
Exactly.
I'm a foreigner.
It's some movie type shit.
My roommates at the time came, so they were the other foreigners there. At the time, they came to see me. Okay. When I was cool with them. But anyways, yeah. So what the fuck was I saying?
You're talking about the
Chekasov about so he's blowing my phone up. He's like, yeah, we want you to come back because he said your fight was really good.
Yep.
Because if you do watch my fight, granted, I couldn't finish the guy. I was gassed as fuck.
Yep.
I admit it. Well, I had to cut 15 pounds of water in a couple days because
that's what I was gonna bring up as well.
The weight cut. Well, I didn't
10,
take
12
it.
Pounds, you said?
Here's what happened. I got the fight. I got the notice for the fight about 1.5 weeks out. And I'm like, okay. Which is insane.
How long is a fight camp? Because like I said, I only done.
Well, here if you fight every 2 weeks, there's no such thing as a fight camp. You just train and then you compete. That's it.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's what you do.
Damn.
That's your life. And looking back, I don't want that life.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I don't want that kind of life. I mean, what if I fucking go in there and I get knocked out a couple times and I'm still trying to go? It's well. Maybe I would have, because I know that when I went on that TV show, the Buy on TV, the station I fought on,
which is national television.
Had I lost, I still would have fought again if they offered to fight me again.
Of course,
because I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Then I really wanted to become a kickboxing champion. I wanted that's what I was fucking focused on. Yeah. And maybe I didn't get my technique the best or whatever, but man, I fucking pressed forward that whole fight, and I didn't stop coming forward. I was pressing forward that entire for 5 fucking rounds.
Well, you definitely didn't back down.
I wasn't backing down. I was going for it. You
definitely kept going for it, and it was the 3rd round, right? The last round.
It was a 5-rounder. That's something people don't realize too. Is 15 minutes of fighting is pretty exhausting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was the last round is when you broke your hand, right?
Correct. It was round number 5. It was probably less than a minute to go.
You could have been all right, listen.
I could have backed off.
Fuck this. My hand's broken. This is my 3rd fight in Cambodia. Let's,
Nah, fuck that shit.
But you were like, no, dude, I'm gonna keep pressing on this shit. So I was like, okay.
I recall it. Yeah, I hit him. I immediately felt my hand break, and I immediately realize that I broke my hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, and then like if you watch, you can see me back up and I kind of hold my right hand up. I'm like, fuck, all right, shit. Elbows. Okay, this is Kun Khmer. Elbows, great. So I start trying to throw elbows at the guy, and I just don't have any power. I just don't have any. I just don't have anything on him. Because I was clearly hitting him. Yeah. I just couldn't knock him out because I had.
And he refused to go.
He was a tough motherfucker.
He refused to go.
His name was Vuth Semnang. Semnang and Khmer Semnang means luck. So he definitely got lucky that night. That's true. It means he got. Yeah, man. But the two dudes before, I just straight smoked them. I straight smoked them.
Oh, okay. But those fights aren't on YouTube, right?
One of them is.
Really?
The very first fight I had is. It's called Brayton Howard versus whatever the fucking guy's name was I put up. And it's on No Joke Howard.
It's on your...
It's on my channel. I mean, you can see me. I had to... But for that weight cut... So, all right, so it's like a week and a half out, and I'm sitting at about... Okay, so I have to be 75 kg for the fight, which is like for those of you who don't know kg, it's like 168, 167.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Something like that. And at the I was walking around about 185. So I'm like we're talking like 20 pounds.
Yes.
Like I was a little bit bigger than because I was working out more and training more. I had more muscle and shit. But still. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to fucking starve myself because I'm going to need energy. It was a very conflicting thing, and I basically did a water cut. And if you don't know what a water cut is, it's when you drink a shit ton of water. For like the first day, you drink like excessively, to the point where you're peeing like too much.
Yeah.
And then you basically cut it down, and then by like the 5th or 6th day, you drink literally like nothing, like maybe a sip.
Wow.
So you train your body. Like when you're putting all the water in, you're training your body to flush it out and pee a lot.
Okay.
So then when you put less and less in, you still pee a lot. So you're getting more and more water. So therefore less weight.
Yeah.
Therefore you cut weight.
The whole like trash bag,
and that's
jumpsuit,
exactly okay. And I did that. I did that, dude. It was terrible. So I'm 2 days out from the fight, and then I'm training boxing, and that I'm training with the Cuban coach with the Olympic. They actually are the Cambodian Olympic team, and I can say that I train with the fucking Cambodian national boxing team.
Train with a national team.
I train with the national team. I have experience with that, and I definitely. Well, obviously, like I would never be on the Cambodian team, even though actually his son.
Dude, would they accept like foreigners?
Well, I was about to say, okay, so the guy's name is Rolando Rodriguez, and he's Cuban. He's a black Cuban guy. Just to paint a picture here.
Good rolling of the R's, by the way.
Thank you, sir. I actually did get to speak some Spanish in the States, but like because I mostly worked in restaurants and shit, and I've worked on a lot of like El Salvadorians, Guatemalans, so I do speak a little Spanish. I do. Obviously, it's not as tight as it was when I was like living in Laredo, Texas, for a month and a half.
Texas?
Living in because I was a trucker and I was stationed. I was stationed out of Laredo, Texas, right there on the Mexican border, like right there. Nobody spoke English. Like even people at like.
So you had to speak Spanish.
You had to speak Spanish, and I did, and I loved it. I was like, yeah, I'm proud of myself. Like I'm a white dude. I'm making an effort to fucking. And they appreciate it.
How often do you hear the word gringo?
Gringo? Usually just as a joke.
Oh, okay.
It was more
like bust your balls.
Usually just busting balls.
Okay,
it was more or less. It was just me ordering food for the most part.
Right.
So I got really good at ordering food.
There you go. That's all you need.
Yo quiero burrito de pollo con queso menos lechuga menos tomato. Is that okay?
Dude.
Is that okay?
No,
it's not bad.
It's
not terrible.
It's good.
I need to tighten up my accent a bit, but yeah.
Thank you. Much better than other people who are trying to learn the language.
So like working in kitchens and stuff. Like I learned all the Spanish words for like the foods like cebolla. What the fuck is potato again? Papa.
Papa. Yeah.
Papa. Yeah. Like
French
all this shit. And then one of my favorite coworkers, she was a server. Her name was Andrea, and she was a sassy Puerto Rican girl from New York City. She had a fat ass on her. She was real light skinned girl with dark hair, and she was a kind of sassy, and it was funny because we'd always call her like mommy. She always loved that shit. But
but I remember yesterday you were because I was telling him I don't eat a lot of different foods, spicy foods, vegetables.
You were saying that shit.
Yeah,
I was a little disappointed.
But then you brought up gandu, or no, it wasn't gandu.
Mofongo,
and I was like, whoa.
I pulled that out of nowhere.
I was like, holy shit, okay.
Yeah, Mofongo, I was watching Food Network with this guy, Andrew Zimmern, and he went to Puerto Rico to try this shit called Mofongo. Yeah. So it always stuck in my head. And then
it was
good.
It's really, really good.
And then we end up in San Juan as a family, because we're going on a cruise or whatever throughout the Caribbean, and I happened to be in Puerto Rico for 2 days.
Yeah.
One at the beginning of the trip and one and the last day of the trip we were in San Juan again, and that day I got mofongo from from San Juan. It was fucking good, dude. Oh, man. Like beef and plantains. Are you kidding me? It was awesome.
Yeah.
I love Latin food, man. It's really, Latino food's fucking
really, really good. And if I could ever get like pernil, I was telling you pork. I think it's pork shoulder. If I get it wrong, don't crucify me. It's called pernil. Pernil. It's pork. I know it's pork. I don't know what part of the pig. I'm like 90% sure it's pork shoulder. And it's like, you like roast it or you put it in the oven for a long ass time and it takes a long time to prepare. But dude, it is so fucking delicious, but it's so bad for you.
How is it bad for you if it's just pork?
But it's like really, really, really greasy. Like really, really greasy, and that's the thing about like.
What do you eat it with?
With rice. With like for example, one thing is arroz con gandule, which is like yellow rice with this bean. I can't remember. I don't know what it's called in English. Surprisingly.
Frijole something. Frijole something.
It's like chickpeas? No, it's not chickpeas.
Chickpeas like garbanzo beans.
Maybe I don't know, dude. It's like it's like circular.
You got a lot of pissed off Puerto Ricans.
I know.
You're not representing very well right now.
I know it in Spanish, but I can't remember in English. So
what is it in Spanish?
But yeah, gandule or no gandules. Arroz con gandules.
Arroz con gandules.
Arroz con gandules.
Okay.
And it's basically rice with this. I don't know if it's a bean. I don't know what the fuck it is. In English. Right. But I just know what it is, and it's fucking delicious. And if you ever get the chance to go to the island, bro, you tell them you want some pernil with arroz con gandules.
Wow.
And you will never, ever...
Arroz con gandules?
Arroz con gandules.
Arroz con gandules.
So it's arroz con gandules.
Like with.
He knows his shit.
Yeah. Like I know... Dude, I used to speak a lot of Spanish actually. Yeah. I did. I just
can tell
years.
the way you say the words. Like there's,
it's fucking easy. Even in Khmer, there's a word like the word for learn is rien.
There's a lot of rolling of the R's in Khmer. I did not know that.
It's like to learn. Like I say that all the time. Like chong rien Khmer, which means that I want to learn Khmer.
But even you're like Khmer is really fucking spot on.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Really spot on. Nah,
it's good. No, because I think it should be.
Yeah.
Because I think it should be. Like we talked about yesterday. Like I know that you said that you're a hothead, or that you share your 2 cents on illegal immigration, rather.
Well, yes.
And then I had mentioned that I used to get frustrated when I'd be with this El Salvadorian guy or whatever, this dude from Guatemala, and he's like a fucking 4 foot tall little Guatemalan guy. No, I'm kidding. No, he was a nice guy, Jose. And but they were here for like 6 years already.
Yeah,
they've already been here for 6 years,
or
back
in the States.
Back in the States, I should say, not here. And then but they still didn't speak any English because they don't ever leave their community.
But that's
the opposite with me is that like I made an effort to not just hang out with foreigners here.
Exactly, and it's funny that you say that because I spent some time. You know this. I spent about 3 years. I was living in China teaching English. So when I was there, I was doing everything I could to try and learn the language.
And you were busting out some Chinese yesterday too.
Yeah,
to that girl.
Yeah, I know.
I was impressed.
The girl and the one
the English guy. He said he was gonna friend me on Facebook so I could give him. Well, I actually gave him my name.
I thought you got another customer. I was like, oh, dude, sweet.
I just gave him my name because he was asking me some questions about his gut.
Yeah.
I said he was like, is my gut noticeable?
I was like, yeah, it is. He's like. Really?
Yeah, it is, dude. Like he was asking while he was resting his arms on it.
Exactly.
His fucking arms were sitting on his gut. I mean,
it was.
So I said, just hit me up on Facebook, man. I'll just give you a few tips, a couple little routines for free. Like no big deal, man. It's all good.
Exactly.
And he still hasn't done it, but whatever. His loss.
Yeah.
Back to the weight cutting. Jesus.
Yeah, we're all over the place. That's how it was yesterday.
That's what happens in the b-hole, man. Anything happens, dude. Anything happens in the b-hole. So I'm 2 days out from my fight. My fight is on Sunday. My fight is Sunday night, and it's Saturday morning, and I'm finishing up my last training session with the Cambodian national team. and I am trying to cut weight. So I get on the scale, and I need to be 75 by the next morning.
By the next morning.
So because in kickboxing, at least here in Southeast Asia, I'm not sure how it is in Europe. Jamel, if you're Jamel, let me know how it is in Europe. I love Jamel, man. Jamel, actually, he just called me before you came here.
Oh, really?
He just called me.
Okay.
And I just want to say something really, really fast, and I will get back to the weight cut. Jamel is one of my favorite people that I've ever met.
Nice.
He's a great, and dude, I hope if you're listening, Jamel, I mean this in all seriousness, man. You're a really fucking good guy, man, and I really do like you a lot.
Still in Phnom Penh?
No. So it's so okay. So he's a guy from Brooklyn.
I think that was one of the.
He was on episode 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Nakmeezy Jamel Craig.
Okay.
Jamel Craig.
Okay.
He's a dude from Brooklyn. Whatever. He moved to. He's been.
Brooklyn.
He's been from a lot. He's been everywhere. But he lives in Rotterdam now with his Rotterdam and the Netherlands in Europe.
Okay. All right.
Like Holland.
Whoa.
And he's a boxing and kickboxing coach, and he's a fighter himself, and he's good.
Ah,
he's good, and he raises his kid to be fighters and all that shit.
That's good.
Anyways, he found me because I made lots of videos on black people.
Yeah.
And then I was also talked about Cambodia, and he used to have to come to Thailand to get his visa shit. What is the long? I don't want to make a big deal about it, but like make it all personal. But like, anyways, we actually by chance meet. He comes to Cambodia on some kind of visa run, some shit like that. Like for one day, he's only here for a day.
Okay.
And this guy's been following me already for months. And this guy's been emailing me, and when he actually first came across me, he didn't like me. He wanted to not. I wouldn't say fight me. I'd say that no. He said that, hey man, I think that we should spar.
Okay.
And he wanted me to do it as like, because like he was thinking, okay, like I'm gonna let this white guy take off some steam on me because I think he doesn't like black people, and I guess because like he knows that he's like a bigger dude and he is better than me. I'm sure he's better than I am.
Is he,
probably.
What's his height? Like
he's we're like the same height, but he's just a bigger dude. He just carries a lot of muscle. Yeah, he just carries a lot more muscle. He's and he's been doing it for so much longer than me. Like of course he can kick my ass. At least with that now, he did say that if you go for him like for grappling, that he cries like a little bitch. So Jamel, if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, when and if this will never happen, but if we did fight, I'm not gonna stand and bang with you, dude. I'm just gonna choke you to death, sir. I'm gonna get that finger or something.
The takedown is coming, man.
And I've only spent a total of maybe 7 hours with him. In my life, but he's still like, of all the people that I've come across on my channel in this last year and a half or so, like he is one of the coolest dudes, and he's we just seem to click, and he's just a fucking cool guy, man. So shout out to Jamel. Shout out to Jamel. No, I was riding to the Pink Elephant just randomly one day to get a happy shake. Whatever, I'm just like, I do it all the time, and I see this black dude walking on the riverside, and he's like clearly stands out. He's jacked. He's fucking a black guy. He's and he looks at me, and I look at him, and I'm just thinking, okay, whatever, black tourist guy, whatever. And then I go in to get my happy shake, and then I see that same guy walking in there. He's like, hey, no joke.
Oh, and I'm
shit. Like, and I didn't get scared.
No.
But I was just like, it's that guy I just saw. Is he somebody he must know me from my channel.
Yeah. Definitely.
But he didn't appear to be threatening. I mean, he didn't appear to be threatening. He just he kind of caught me. I was surprised. I didn't know. Whatever, like I didn't know that he knew who I was.
Yeah, well,
we sit down, we talk just like we did, man, for like 3 hours or so, and then then he has to eventually go and do some shit, or I think I did, whatever. And then he came back again, just like whatever it was, a month ago, and we do another show, and we spend a few hours together. But out of all the people I've met, he's a fucking cool guy, and he's somebody that I respect, and I don't know, man. So shout out to you, Jamel. He's a fucking cool guy. He's a cool. Yeah, and he's real. He's actually a real motherfucker.
Exactly.
He is.
Dan, well, if you ever come back here,
man. Well,
beers on me, bro.
What we said, I don't believe he likes to drink, but I don't think I'm pretty sure he's a straight edge dude.
Really?
I'm pretty sure he is.
Listen, you come over, I'll buy you dinner.
I know he does. Hey, Jamel, I know you do something.
There's gotta be some sort of
vice, I know you have a vice, man. I don't know what it is, but you've got one, sir.
Oh man.
I don't know. I'm fucking around.
Latinos, we love our alcohol, so.
Yeah. Well, and fucking Irish people and English, Jesus.
That too.
That's what they live on in Russians. Are you kidding me? Vodka.
Vodka.
That's what they give babies. They put it in their fucking baby milk. So, Jesus Christ! Shout out to Jamel, man. Yeah, back to the weight cut. Wow, this is the fourth digression.
We're trying. We're getting there, people.
We're getting there, guys. So I'm on the scales and I'm like 5 pounds under, or sorry, 5 pounds over. So I'm like two. Okay, so I'm supposed to be 75 by the next morning, and then I'm actually 77.5 kilos. And like my coach is all pissed at me. He's like, "What the fuck, man? Like you knew?" And he's cussing at me in Spanish. He's this Cuban guy. He's like smacking the back of my head. He's like an old school Cuban tough guy boxer dude. Yeah, he's like, "Puto maricone, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué?" It's like all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh fuck, and like I knew he's a little, and I was nervous. I'm like, fuck, dude, like I really want to fight, like I really want to go on TV and fucking do this. And
so let me cut you off for a second. I'm sorry. What happens if you're overweight? Do they just you can't fight?
So let's say that, no. Well, it depends how overweight.
Like what if you're like a kilo overweight?
So then if I'm a kilo overweight, that means I'm 2.2 pounds over. Yeah. That means that I would have to give him part of my purse, meaning like I'd have to give him part of my winnings or earnings or whatever. That's how it works, like in professional fighting, I believe. Like for example, there was a guy that just happened a couple months ago. Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis was an MMA fight.
It's UFC. Yeah.
And Anthony Pettis was 3 pounds over. Oh. So even if he did win the fight, he wouldn't get the interim belt.
Shit.
And he wouldn't get like the full purse on his contract because he agreed that he will fight at 145. You in MMA and kickboxing, you can be 1 pound overweight.
Oh, okay. So there's some.
So I could have gone in at 75.5 and still made it.
Okay.
But I was like, no. I want this to be fucking right. So that whole rest of the day, I didn't eat, of course. I couldn't believe it, dude. And then I get in they have the rain jackets here for monsoon season. I put that on, and it's like all the way down. It's down to my wrist. My head is covered. My legs are covered. Then I put sweaters on, and then I go ride my bike around Phnom Penh. I'm just riding and then I'm like, dude, I hope I'm losing weight. And then I went back home, and then I had this lady Chintu who was staying with me at the time, an older Khmer lady that I fucked in her pussy and came inside of her many times.
Whoa!
And it felt good, actually.
Okay.
That's right, I fucked her right in the pussy.
Fuck right in the pussy.
Fuck her right in the pussy. Thank you. Right in the pussy. And I came inside of her like a fucking boss, spreading my white seed all across the land of Southeast Asia.
Attaboy.
And anyways, she made me a steam pot, so what I did is I sat out on the deck and I sat under a blanket and we put a pot of steam under it. So I would steam. It was like
a poor man's sauna.
It was like a poor man's steam room.
Steam room.
But yeah, it sucked, dude.
Okay, it was horrible.
And I didn't even have a scale.
Fuck it.
So this whole day, I don't even know my weight. I'm just hoping and praying that like I'm cutting weight here, which I did. In fact, I'm going to get to that in a minute. So then I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to focus my entire day on getting this weight off, and then tonight I can rest and know that I'll be on weight in the morning.
Okay.
So I go to the Phnom Penh Sports Club, which has everything. It has a gym, a pool, a sauna, steam room, jacuzzi, cold pool. Has the whole fucking gamut. It's a fucking like legit sports club here.
Jesus.
It's called Phnom Penh Sports Club. Anyways,
all right.
So I go there. I paid like the little $5, and I just start doing laps in the pool. Then after I'm exhausted, and mind you, I'm taking little tiny sips of water.
So this is the day before?
This is the day before the fight. This is the day before the fight. The day before the weigh-in. So then I'm like really tired. I'm tired as fuck because I'm depleted. I mean, I'm already tired.
You don't have anything to eat, I'm assuming.
So then I go up on the scale because they did have a scale at the gym, and I'm like 74.9 kg. Ooh, so I'm like, all right. I think I'm good. But I was like, no. I'm going to go in the sauna. I'm going to do rounds in the sauna, steam room, jacuzzi, and I was just like dehydrating myself. And then I checked myself again. I'm like 74.5 because I couldn't lose any more water.
It's like, what else do you want me to do?
So if you talk to my former roommates now and ask them how I looked like a sucked up boy. That's actually what the guy Adrian I used to live with. He actually said that. He's like, you look like a sucked up teenage boy.
Damn.
And I guess he was right. I mean, I didn't do it right.
Well, yeah,
I didn't do it right. It was not a healthy weight cut.
Listen, you got the job done.
So I go in the morning and I walk like a 2 kilometer, or it's like a mile or two.
So wait, after you get yourself weighed.
Well, okay. So that no. Okay, so that night I go to sleep and they're actually doing an ayahuasca session outside my room. So this is a crazy fucking story, dude. This is a crazy time, man. This is a crazy.
You starve yourself.
I'm gonna write a book one day for sure. I have to write a book one day. The saga of No Joe Coward.
Does a whole bunch of shit.
And then there's like 10 people outside, and we had this big open room outside.
Don't tell me that ayahuasca.
No, I didn't do ayahuasca.
Oh, okay.
No.
Fucking hell. Bro.
I was actually talking to the people there because they knew I was an active fighter at the time, and they were like impressed. They were like, "Cool, man, you're a fighter. Wow, what's that like being a kickboxer here?" You know, I was chatting them up.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, God, a glass of water would be nice right now. God, a fucking burrito and a fucking hamburger would be nice right now, or something.
Fuck yeah.
And but what I did is I just ate ice cubes, and I would have tiny little slices of pineapple to satisfy that urge. You know, because you get like you feel so parched, like you can feel it in your throat, in your head, like you have no water in your body. It's terrible.
Yeah, you gotta have
but I'm still peeing too, and I'm peeing like yellow fucking piss. Like it's not
like
good.
Fucking gold.
It was golden piss, and not in a good way. Not that piss would be good, but not like a whatever. Anyway, I digress.
Clear as it should have been.
That was a joke I should not have even attempted there. Didn't. Yeah. So, anyways, I do go to bed. I don't get the best night's sleep.
No, well.
Not because I'm nervous. I'm weight cutting. I'm not.
Imagine. You got a whole bunch of.
I got a lot of shit on my mind. Plus, you got people out there with this chanting music going on. You got people doing ayahuasca, throwing up.
Oh yeah.
People are freaked. They're like, well, not even that, but they're tripping balls so hard on the stuff. They're like, and it's like, you know, I'm trying to go to bed, but of course, I'm not gonna interfere with that. I would never want to interfere.
Fuck up! I'm trying to
No.
sleep.
If somebody's on ayahuasca or tripping that hard,
you definitely don't want to do that.
I would only want to help them if anything, because I've been there.
Which I want to touch on after we get through the story, but go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, dude. But so anyway, so I get up and.
Right.
And I had all my shit like prepared, so I got you know this shit called Royal D here. It's like the sugar. They have it everywhere. It's like a sugar salt mixture that you know. It's like a fruity type of shit you put in your water.
That blue drink.
It's just the brand here.
Okay.
It's all over the world. It's electrolytes.
That's what I was gonna say.
Electrolytes. It's like sugar. It's basically sugar and salt that tastes like fruity shit, and you put it in a bottle of water. You shake it up. It tastes good.
Oh, okay. No, the one I'm talking about. It's like a blue bottle.
No. This was just like a little packet. And you poured it in a bottle of water. You shake it up, and then you kind of like replenish whatever.
Right.
So I had 2 of these with me.
Whoa.
Going with me on the way to the weigh-in.
That's 2 liters, right?
So I had this right here is 1.5 liters. So I had 3 liters.
3 liters.
That had 2 packs of Royal D each, and each one of them had an entire dragon fruit. A dragon fruit is like, you know what a dragon fruit is? For those of you who don't know dragon fruit, sorry, fucking look it up. But it's a big ass fruit. And it's Google's your friend, and it's mostly water, but it's good. And I put that in there too, like in this water bottle. So I've got 2 of these motherfuckers. So I'm like, dude, as soon as I weigh in, I'm fucking pounding this shit because I feel like shit.
The second he's like 75 kilos.
No, I get on the scale, and I'm 73 kilos. I went from 83 kilos to 73 kilos in like a couple days.
That's inhuman.
A couple days.
Yeah.
Just from dehydration and basically starvation. Because I wanted to get on this. I wanted to fight this. I wanted to fight this guy. I wanted to show people I can get on TV and bang it out.
Exactly.
I might not be the best dude, the most flash guy, but I will fucking come for you.
Listen, there's
that's what I wanted.
Heart. At the end of the day. Nobody can say that.
You gotta finish me. You gotta finish me. That's it, man.
So,
you gotta.
Because, like I said, you're watching the fight, right?
Yeah.
And it's like most people don't know the shit that you went through.
Not really anybody did.
Yeah.
They just go by what they see.
Exactly.
And for example, there's another video I put out where I'm hitting the bag at this gym.
Yeah.
It's actually if you want to. Try to get this one going while I'm rambling here. There's a fan right there. We're trying to get it.
Well, yeah, we're trying to.
Actually, I just won't mention that on camera. But the fuck was I saying, dude? Oh my god.
I don't know.
It's the beehole. Fuck. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, I put up this bag video, and Jamel, the dude we were just talking about, when he was on my show, he actually brought that up because it was me on a punching bag. Like several months ago, and I was just kind of like fucking around on it, just like throwing some shit, like nothing really, like I was really trying to impress anybody, like I was just going off on it, whatever. And people were like making fun of me, saying that my technique sucks and all this type of stuff, and that they honestly don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
I don't even really need it. I don't care. Fuck it.
Tried our best.
And people are making fun of it, but what people don't understand is that I have a broken hand. This is post busted hand. I can't fight like a boxer does. I can't throw a straight right hand, for example. I just can't do it. So people see me throw my right hand like that. And I clip you with. I'm essentially throwing a palm strike at you, which can knock you out. Oh yeah. Which a lot of people don't realize that it'll knock you, and that's why I'm not worried about it. Like people are making fun of me with all this shit. Like, oh, you punch like an idiot. What do you? How do you call yourself a boxing coach? Exactly. What do you think? I don't teach my students to punch. I throw a right hook like that. Of course, I teach them to fucking turn their hand over. You keep your elbow fucking behind your wrist, and you keep your chin tucked in your. Anyways.
Of course.
You know that, but yeah. So I don't give a fuck, dude. People were saying that I'm not a good fighter because I got gassed out in that fight. I mean, what they don't know is that hey man, let's see you move to Cambodia, not knowing a soul, learning the language, training amongst only Khmer people who don't really want to talk to you, who don't really I couldn't really communicate with. I'm the only white boy around. And then he when I'm training with Rolando, he speaks no English. I have a Cuban boxing coach who only speaks Spanish and some Khmer. He spoke better Khmer than he did English, in fact. Wow. Well, actually, his wife was Khmer. Anyways.
Okay.
It's actually an interesting story. He met his wife because she fled Cambodia to Cuba. She during the Khmer Rouge.
Oh,
this was back a while ago. She was a Khmer lady and she speaks fluent Spanish.
So they met in Cuba. Oh,
she speaks fluent Spanish. In fact, when we were talking, I don't think we spoke in English. I think we were all speaking in Spanish to each other. It was like broken Spanish for me, but I was trying my best. He had me to his house. He had the fucking beans, the rice, the plantains, the fucking chicken. He had the whole gamut.
They got plantains here?
They do.
Stop, because I listen.
They do. They do it. Yes.
She's Puerto Rican as well. She's been here for a little while. And I asked her, I'm like, listen, they got no. She's a much older lady.
I see. Sorry.
But
anyways,
I
was surprised too.
If they have plantains here, she's like, no, they don't have any. I'm like, oh shit. So I guess plátanos.
They do, and I asked them, I'm like, what do you? Because I asked the wife, because she was Khmer and she spoke Khmer obviously and Spanish.
Okay.
And I was like, what do you say for plantains? She's like, Jake. And Jake is the word for banana. So it's the same word. It's the same word. So the Khmer don't differentiate.
It's the same thing, though.
But I've never gone to a market and seen what I thought to be plantains. So I don't know. I don't know where they get them. I mean, I'm sure that they're probably there, and I just don't know it.
Probably.
I don't know the specific word. And
that's the thing too. It's kind of tricky or trippy or whatever. Is that you see like their bananas are usually green. You know what I mean?
Well, they're yellow. What are you talking about?
No, some of the bananas that I seen, they were green.
You mean in the market?
Yeah, and like for example.
Oh, you mean like the longer ones?
Yeah.
They have the long green ones, and they have the short yellow ones.
You know, I had the short yellow ones actually, and I'm not a fan of them.
Really?
You know,
I like those better.
My girlfriend's aunt, they sell bananas and they ship them down. They send them down from her province down to here, and my girlfriend's mother, she'll sell it right in front of our place.
Sure.
You know, so but it's usually all green bananas. And when I first saw them, I was like, oh shit, plátanos. Okay, let's cut some up, flatten them, fry them.
Oh yeah,
but they were bananas.
Plantains are fantastic. A little salt, just plantains and salt. Kidding me? Dude, my shit used to be. I used to go to the. It's called this place called Paradiso.
Okay.
De la Música. Whatever the fuck. It was a musical paradise. It was some bodega, like some little corner store, Latino market. It was called Paradiso de Música, whatever.
Some guy with a beret.
And I would get dried plantain chips. It was my shit, man.
Dude.
I love it.
Dude.
That and chicharrones with hot sauce.
Just
oh my god!
I
love it. It's so good.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
I love chicharrones with hot sauce, man. Are you kidding me?
It's funny that you bring that up. Like we were talking about yesterday. Like one of my issues is when it comes to junk food is potato chips. That's my big vice.
You were saying that, like just potato chips.
Just potato chips.
Like Lay's.
Lay's. Okay.
What about Doritos?
Cheddar and sour cream. Doritos are fine too, but I usually go for like the cheesy, salty. Cheddar and sour cream. That's my shit. Like if you came up here and I'm like, dude, I'm not eating potato chips anymore. I'm fucking done. And you came over, you're like, Sash, man.
I got some sour cream,
some cheddar and sour cream.
You mean like sour cream and onion or just sour cream?
It's cheddar and sour cream.
Oh, that's a specific flavor.
That's a specific flavor. Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Go to Lucky. We'll go to Lucky and I'll show it to you. But it's like...
I'm not a big potato chip guy. I mean, they're fucking good. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. They're good.
But that's my weakness. And it's like, I can't, like cigarettes, I was smoking after a couple of months.
I think you smoked the whole pack yesterday.
I smoked 12 cigarettes. It was a lot.
So you smoked a lot.
But I definitely did drink a lot.
You were drinking a lot too. I mean, I don't give a... I'm not judging you.
But but the thing was like, I left and I was completely sober. Like, I felt completely sober.
Well, sure, which you only,
I'm a young guy.
You stopped drinking hours before you left, so.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like I was saying that pork rinds they're actually like we're taught in America that like don't eat too many eggs, don't eat too much saturated fat, don't eat too much cholesterol. Fat is the enemy, and what you want to do is have our stuff that we make at our company and we sell you in our little pack. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Well, it's fucking horrible because it's like they say fat's the enemy, but sugar. And what's the other thing? Sugar and carbs.
Well, it's mainly sugar.
Yeah, but sugar is fucking horrible.
That's the thing. It'll be like fat-free yogurt. Okay, great. But then you look at the sugar content, and it's still up there. Exactly. It's still got like what 12 or however much.
Whatever it is.
That's why if you're going to eat yogurt, and I'm just straight giving advice to people listening. Like if you're going to go for yogurt and you want to make it sweet, but I guess it's always going to have sugar if it's sweet. You can't really have something sweet without sugar.
I mean, you have artificial sweeteners, but that's not good for you.
That's not good either. Well, like coconut, for example. Like coconut shavings. Like if you get dried...
Coconut's pretty good for you too.
Coconut's very good, and coconut is very high in fat as well.
Yeah.
And like, remember I told you that I went from like 210 pounds to 170 in about 3 months? Mm-hmm. Most of my diet was fat. Most of my diet was like nuts, coconut... fucking oils, a lot of butter, eggs, meat, of course, and just vegetables, and some fruit. That was it.
I mean, I was reading something today, actually. It's funny that you bring up eggs, is that they're like, if you eat 3 eggs a day, that's really good because it like helps with your eyesight.
Boosts testosterone like a motherfucker.
It's just, there's so many benefits to eating eggs.
I tell you what, man, when I'm having 10 eggs a day or more, and this is advice for the fellas out there, when I'm having 10 eggs a day or more, I want to fuck. When I was with my ex, who we've already talked plenty about already, I was already eating lots of eggs. Like, for example, with my coffee, every morning I put 3 eggs in my cup of coffee.
That's what was the coffee? I saw it in one of your the previous.
I just call it egg coffee. It's not bulletproof coffee. It's not bulletproof coffee. Yeah. Okay. Bulletproof coffee is with grass-fed butter and MCT oil. What I do is I just simply take
sprinkle a little bit of some magic grass on it or something.
Well, I was doing that for a while.
Great and special.
I want to get back into it soon. I actually laid off it just because of the opiates that I was abusing and the drugs I was, and then to be straight up, I spent a lot of my money in the last couple of weeks on drugs because I was addicted. Because I was said fuck my life. I want to just.
I mean, I'm gonna be curious.
Ask me whatever you want, dude.
All right,
I don't care.
All right, brother. All right.
I don't give a fuck.
Like like I said before, that's the people pleaser in me.
Whatever.
How's the? How expensive is the shit out here? Because like I told you yesterday, the hardest thing that I've ever done was weed.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's
alcohol.
Pushy shit. But even alcohol is like...
Alcohol will get you more fucked up than pot will.
Really?
Well, physically.
I've done both.
Physically.
Yeah.
If you drink too much, dude, you're fucked.
But definitely.
But if you smoke too much weed, what are you going to fall asleep?
Yeah.
What are you going to eat a pizza?
Dude.
You know what?
When I came back, it's funny to bring that up. Quick story. I remember I came back from China. This was like my second year in China. I spent 3 years in China. Second year in China, I come back to the States. I got something to do with my visa or whatever. It's supposed to be a week or two. Ended up being a couple of months. I spent the summer pretty much in the States, and I specifically in New York City. So I'm hanging out with all my old friends from elementary school, and I told you I moved from New York City back up to upstate New York in Schenectady when I was like 13 years old or whatever, and I'm hanging out with one of my old friends, and he smokes a lot of bud. Okay. So I was like, you know what? Why not? So I started smoking with him or whatever, and dude, I killed no joke. No joke.
Lame.
Like 3.
Lame.
No joke. Like 3, $2, $3 bags of potato chips that are like fucking huge, bro.
Oh sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, dude, this is fucking crazy.
I bet it was good, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, it was the greatest thing ever.
It's great.
It was almost
heavenly.
It was almost better than sex.
Yeah, almost better than sex. There's a lot of things that are better than sex, actually. Because sex can be pretty bad. I've had a lot of sex actually that's bad. They're just not very fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure, man. But yeah, just like fat is good. So
yeah,
and like I probably eat about 10 eggs a day, personally.
Damn, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. So in each chicken egg,
a shitload of protein.
It's 70. It's only 70 grams.
Really?
So it's like okay. So like if you want to maintain your muscle mass, not necessarily get bigger, but maintain it. And listen up, everybody, because I'm giving you pearls here.
Free advice, man.
See, free advice. You would want, and I'm talking maintenance. You would want to get around a gram of protein per pound you weigh. Wow. No, well, I mean, I'd say, and again, it kind of varies on the person, but
just to be safe,
anywhere from half a gram to a full gram of protein per pound of that you weigh. So, for example, I weigh about 170 plus some pounds. But I'm not whatever, like 170-ish pounds.
Which is crazy because you're much bigger than I am, like, muscle wise or whatever, and I'm thin as fuck. And I weighed myself today. I weigh what was it? 192.
Wow. Whoa.
192. No, bullshit. I'm sorry. 202 or something.
You're
like that.
over 200 pounds?
Yeah.
You're telling me you got 30 pounds on me?
Bro, I'm 202. Dude, when I first came out here, I was 2.
Maybe you got like no. So some people got
it's
like
all belly, dude.
Does it? No, but I was gonna say bones. Could it be you have just heavy bones?
I mean, you said you're 5'10", 5'11",
like
and
5'10",
I'm 5'11", 6 feet. I say 6 feet when I grow my afro.
Just like every guy says, my dick's 7.5. Exactly. When it's like 6.5 or 7.
You're a strong 5, but you say 7.5.
Yeah,
fuck out of here. You're a fucking trying to kid.
Yeah, come on, man.
But it's like it's every time you say that you're like 170 what? 175, 170.
I'm like 170, 175.
And it's like holy shit, dude. This guy looks so much more massive than I am. But in reality,
it's just a matter of
it proves
but muscle
the fact that muscle is less than fat.
What do you mean?
Fat weighs more than muscle.
But they say muscle.
The other way around?
They say no. They say no. Muscle weighs a little more than fat. Not a lot. Yeah.
So
muscle weighs more than fat. I don't know. It's just weird.
Cause like if you guys get the chance, look on No Jokes Facebook page, my Facebook page, whatever.
Yeah, you're not a little guy.
We'll take photos. I'm thin though. That's the thing.
Well, we'll actually do a picture together after,
we'll do that.
And I always put that up.
You guys can compare, and you'll see that I'm thin as fuck. I just got a belly.
Yeah, but you got a belly, but 30 pounds though.
Dude, it's nuts, man.
Maybe I'm 175. Maybe I'm a little heavier than I think.
I was 202, and I'm like,
ouch.
Oh, I was happy.
Well, a lot of that's food and water and your clothes.
Exactly.
But you're still up there. You're still like 195 at the lowest.
Dude, it's like shit, man. If I wanted to fight the UFC, I'd have to cut weight to.
You'd have to get in shape. Period. Definitely.
I
would too. I'm by no means in ring shape. Just as a disclaimer, I'm by no means in fighting shape right now. No. But if I were for example, like if I was going to be a kickboxer or a professional MMA fighter, like my weight class would be 170.
That's
welterweight.
Yeah, and that's before I came out here. I weighed a lot less.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, because especially in MMA, the weight class below welterweight, which is 170, that's 77 kgs. Everybody. Is lightweight, and that's 15 pounds lighter. So that's a 15-pound difference. So if I want to fight in the lightweight division, I've got to cut from 175 to 155.
Well, isn't that what a lot of big guys do?
Well, that's what a lot of guys do anyway. That's the standard thing, is cutting. Like most fighters, period, they all cut anywhere from 15 to 30 pounds for their fight. That's just what you do.
But they lose
it
in
how
much time? How much time do they lose all that weight? Like I watch UFC,
typically over the course. Typically over the course, like for like a UFC fighter.
Okay.
I mean, I'm no it's probably different for certain guys, but
just let's just
let's just say no because it depends on the fighter. It does.
Okay.
There are some guys who are smart about it, like Donald. Okay, there's a fighter named Donald Cerrone. He's an excellent example. Donald Cowboy Cerrone. He actually just fought a guy named Jorge Masvidal and got knocked out by him. He lost, but for the first time in a while. Anyways, he used to be a lightweight fighter. That's 70 kg. That's 155.
Lightweight.
But he would go from like 175, 180-ish down to there. And he still did good.
Okay.
He still did good. He had some losses, but he still did good. He was a big name. But then he's like, you know what, I'm going to fight at 170. Like, I want to fight more at my natural weight. So he only cuts like 6 pounds, which is nothing. I mean, that's just like, just stop drinking as much water, just don't eat so much carbs. It's not a big deal. And he just starts wasting dudes in the welterweight division because you feel better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 175, and if I want to be in fighting shape, I'm probably going to fight at like 170 because I've done that before, and I know how much it sucks and how much it fucks you up.
But didn't that happen when, like, for example, like when Conor McGregor fought Nate Diaz for the? Was it
Nate? He fought Nate Diaz.
And he had to put on weight so they can meet because there was like a catch weight between.
Well, essentially, it was just both of them not cutting weight.
Yeah. Okay.
So because Nate Diaz got the fight on 11 days notice, so he did cut weight, but not.
But it
wasn't a lot of weight because Nate Diaz normally fought at lightweight.
Yeah.
155 anyway.
So he was more at home. When it came
but the thing was, Conor McGregor was too.
But then doesn't Conor McGregor walk around?
Conor McGregor walks around when he was fighting. He weighed in at like 168. Like he was eating well. And Conor McGregor is a naturally smaller man than Nate Diaz.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like
but not way, but you know. So there's talk like they're gonna fight again at lightweight, which would be great.
But then there's a Mayweather fight.
There's so much bullshit, which is another story, and that's another fucking topic, man.
$1 billion fight, dude.
Jesus, I mean, like we all want to see it, but realistically, and I actually had a dream about this fight the other night. I actually had a dream about this guy. His name is Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I don't know.
He's okay. Well, okay. See, that's the fucked up thing. That's fucked up that you don't know who I'm talking about.
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is Khabib Nurmagomedov? I'll tell you who he is. He is the only, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, the only undefeated UFC fighter.
Stop.
This is a guy from Dagestan in Russia. His father is a master in wrestling, sambo, and judo. He was raised in this mountainous rural area, and there's video of him as a 5-year-old wrestling a small bear. Like, I don't want to fuck with this guy. His name is Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's a Muslim Russian guy.
Fuck that. He drinks vodka even though he's not supposed to.
When you watch him fight, you can't stop this guy.
Wow.
And he's not by any means impressively built. He looks just like a regular kid bagging your groceries at the fucking store. You know, whatever. But when he's undefeated, and he should be fighting Conor McGregor.
How many fights does he have in right now?
He's got, I think, 24 pro fights. I want to say.
Wow.
Now, some people might say, well, he hasn't fought the best competition. Well, he's fought ex-champions anyways in the UFC. I mean, he's beat them. He beat their ass.
Right.
Anyways, he has a fight coming up with Tony Ferguson.
That's UFC.
It's a lightweight UFC fight. That's going to be a good fight, but in all reality, Khabib Nurmagomedov, I always fuck his last name up. I'm just gonna say Khabib.
I'm not even gonna try.
Khabib is easily and has been for a while the number 1 lightweight contender because he's undefeated. No one can beat him.
He's undefeated.
He finishes all of it. He just kills people. That's what he does.
But it's not a boring fight. He's not like GSP where he'll just round you out.
He has. If you watch his highlights, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov on YouTube. If you watch his highlights, like he drops guys with punches, and then he gets on you, and you can't get back up. When he's on you, he's on you, and you ain't going no fucking where. And that's how it is, man. And he's a guy I would not want to fight, man. That would suck. I would just let him finish.
Let me ask you because I haven't been keeping up with just mixed martial arts in general.
Right.
Whatever happened to Fedor? Because I know Fedor was shit.
Fedor.
He was like the one guy that everybody wanted to jump to the UFC, and then when Brock Lesnar was starting to rise up, there was like Fedor versus Brock Lesnar.
Really?
Super fight. That's like a super card. Everybody
Fedor. So his prime was before I even got into MMA.
Oh really?
But I do know all about Fedor. I know all about
the last emperor.
The last emperor, and his brother Alex Emelianenko is also a great fighter as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's like a 6'6", like he been in prison and shit. Like these guys are scary.
They're Russians.
They're Russians.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck that. Hey, Russians. If any Russians are listening, I don't want to fight you. I got no issues with Russians. All right, it's all good, sir. Let's get along. It's okay. But Yeah, Fedor. So he's fighting a guy named Matt Mitrione. I think they just fought.
That sounds very familiar.
I think they just fought.
In the Ultimate
Matt
Fighter?
Mitrione was on the Ultimate Fighter. Okay. He was on the Ultimate Fighter 10.
I know a little bit.
You do know some. Good. He was on the Ultimate Fighter 10, which was the heavyweights.
Yep.
And that's actually where I found out who Matt Mitrione was. And he had several fights in the UFC. He did pretty well. Mm-hmm. I think he beat a lot of competition. They always seem to match him up with like big ass black dudes. It's always him versus big ass black guys.
Congos.
He lost to Czech Congo, but on the Ultimate Fighter, he fought this big guy named Marcus Jones that everybody was scared of. He was like the 6'7" black dude, jacked as fuck, scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Murks him, knocks him out. Damn. Cold. This guy Marcus Jones, like it just goes to show, like just because you're big and scary and black or like whatever whatever kind of stereotype you have, it doesn't mean shit. Mm-hmm. If you get caught with a solid right hook to the jaw, sorry buddy, but you might be going night night.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, so Fedor, I don't even know what happened in the fight, or if they've even. I think it's like it just happened, or it's going to happen very soon.
So he's still fighting though.
Well, yeah, but the fight he had before was in Russia. He fought a guy named, I want to say, Fabio Maldonado. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fabio Maldonado, mm-hmm. And apparently Fedor it went to decision, but it was in Russia, and like Fedor was kind of losing the fight, I guess. I didn't even see it, but based on what I've heard from other sources, like he kind of got his ass kicked a bit.
Oh wow!
But it was in Russia, and like they still made him win,
of course.
Just because he didn't win decisively.
Exactly.
It was by points. So.
But yeah, no, Fedor was that like fucking guy who was like. He was really big, he was really good, but he wasn't really cut up right. He had like a dad bod, bro.
He looked like a dad.
Yeah.
He looked like a dad bod.
My dad will fuck you up, man.
Now, granted, a lot of the heavyweight fighters can kind of pull that. Like, a lot of the heavyweight guys are like that because they're just big dudes.
Yeah.
Even in the UFC, the max weight limit is 265.
265.
Like, in fact, I just watched a fight this morning. It was this guy named Derek the Black Beast Lewis. Yes, he's a black guy. Versus Travis Brown, and it was a great fight.
Okay.
But the Black Beast knocked the fuck out of Travis, beat him and knocked him the fuck out cold on the ground. And he's like, he even said in the interview after, he's like, I'm glad I got to knock him out because he's a wife beater. Apparently, this guy Travis Brown, like he like hit his girl, and this guy Travis Brown, like 6'7", heavyweight fighter.
Dude, come on.
But I was gonna say Derek Lewis, he walks around at over 280 pounds, so he has to cut weight to be a heavyweight in the UFC. So we're talking about some big boys here, man. We're talking about some big boys here, man. So
let me ask you something. This is one thing that a bunch of friends of mine will shoot around, especially me and my brothers will always say, how much money would it take for you to get a punch straight by like Mike Tyson?
Sure, yeah.
How much money would it take for you to get into the ring with like a Cain Velasquez or something like that?
So it can't even be a guy that's my size at least.
Nah, it's got to be just a big dude. Well, listen. Like we'll be like, okay, would you get into the ring with Cain Velasquez for $1,000?
No,
obviously not.
Well, what?
You gotta survive for 5 rounds.
You mean like an MMA fight?
An MMA fight, 5 rounds.
I have to go $5. You're saying I have to go 25 minutes?
Yes.
Why? Well, why would I do that if professional fighters make more than that?
Well, it's just one of those things we'll just throw around.
That'd be a terrible idea.
How much money is enough money for you to do some stupid shit?
I'd say for me to go and fight
5 rounds. You gotta survive.
Well. What if I don't though? He's gonna knock me out. Well, he's gonna finish me somehow.
Well, that's the thing.
He's too big and too good. I mean, he's too.
We'll say a boxing match.
You mean like would I just go and fight?
You gotta fight the guy. Yeah.
Would I just go toe to toe with Cain Velasquez?
You gotta bang with him.
Okay.
How much would it cost?
Assuming
a K, 10K, 20K. What's your limit for you to get fucked up? Pretty much.
You mean just take a punch or just go toe to toe and I might get picked up and slammed?
Toe to toe with this guy.
All right, I'm going toe to toe with
this
Mind
guy.
you, Cain Velasquez is a heavyweight. You know this, right? And I'm a 170-pound man.
I know exactly what we're asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would be destroyed very quickly. Most likely.
How much would
it take? It would probably
to get your ass kicked?
Thank you. How much would it take to get your ass kicked by a guy who's twice your size and much better than you?
Exactly.
And tougher and bigger and stronger. Yeah.
No, we could just say how much would it cost for you to go and fight a gorilla? Essentially,
yes. How much? Okay. Very well put. I would say no less because we're talking life and death. You could be, or at least brain damage, man. Mm-hmm. A broken back, a broken leg, even that would suck. I'd have to say at the least $1 million. $1 million.
Okay.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah. Why would I do that? Why would I do something like that?
Yeah.
Why would a trained heavyweight
fighter
go fight him?
You say $1 million right now because you're naming the price, but think about it now.
Okay, so like if they came at me and they were like, "Look, we'll give you $100K to go toe to toe," I would say this. I'd say, okay, I will, but I need a 3-month training camp. Mm-hmm. Just so I could get my skills sharpened and get my cardio back up to be in ring shape.
But it's just, how much, what would be the lowest amount
I'd say,
you would take
Jesus,
to
man.
fight this guy? The lowest
I'd say 250.
250? That's not bad.
250.
It's not outrageous, I would say.
And for those of you who don't know what I mean by 250, that's 250,000 American dollars. Thousand, not million, thousand.
That's enough to retire out here anyway.
For sure, but you got to figure now. Let's say Cain Velasquez, and let's say he takes it, because he could really just take me down and just hold me down and choke me out if he wanted to.
We're selling this guy Cain.
We're assuming he's going
the distance.
We're assuming that he's going to come in brawling and trying to fuck me up. I mean, I'm screwed.
We want you to hurt this guy, but don't knock him out until the 5th round. Until you hear the.
Well, that wouldn't be as bad because then I could pull some shit off. Like I know I could land some shit on him.
Yeah.
If he was like, all right, like I'll let you land. But if he wanted to just bite down on his mouthpiece and just come forward with big hooks, like the only chance I have is to get out of the way, or to just get hit and just take it.
Exactly.
And just hopefully not get hit.
I think like if I was in that situation, I'd probably just put my head down. Let him rock me. Okay,
Jesus.
I'm done. Fuck it, And whatever happens after that.
Yeah, but then you're not really going toe to toe with him.
No.
Then you're just kind of letting him bitch you. Really, at that point. I mean, you are at that point. Like you gotta at least fight back. I mean, fuck,
Definitely.
And obviously, I'd have a shit ton of respect for that.
No, yeah.
You're going up against Cain. Now, realistically, you would put me against a guy who's my weight.
No, yeah, your size.
But even so, how much would you pay me to fight Donald Cerrone, the guy I was just talking to you about? Dude, I'm not gonna fight that guy for you got to pay me a lot of money to get my ass kicked like that.
I hear GSP's coming back too.
Heard GSP's coming back. Joe Rogan seemed to think he's gonna be better than ever, man. It's gonna be better than ever. I don't know, dude.
Been away for a while.
You get some of these guys that have been at like okay. You saw what happened to George St. Pierre in his last fight. Yeah, we're good. But I'd say another 20.
Okay,
20 tops.
After yesterday, I know we could go on.
For we could, and you're for sure going to be on again. We're for sure going to do another deal, 100%. But I am supposed to be meeting a friend in an hour. Anyways, this conversation is great, dude. I love it.
Go for it.
GSP. So his last fight, he fought a guy named Johnny Hendricks.
Okay.
And Johnny Hendricks, after he beat GSP, went on the long run. He became welterweight champion.
He beat GSP.
No. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me back up here. Johnny Hendricks. This was like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
something like
that's probably
it was a while ago.
Right
Johnny Hendricks was just coming up, and he had some good knockouts. Like he had knocked out like Martin Kampman, John Fitchell. Like he had a lot of these crazy like one punch knock, like flying across the ring knockouts.
Jesus.
This guy. So he immediately rose to the top and fought for the title. And fair enough. And if you watch the fight, and it was a 5-rounder, it did go to decision, but GSP clearly took more damage. His face was fucked up.
Holy shit.
But he won. And even Dana White was like, the Nevada State Athletic Commission should be fucking ashamed of themselves for he was essentially saying that GSP should have lost that fight.
But I mean, he took a lot of. I didn't see the fight, so I don't know. I may be speaking out of my ass.
I'd have to watch it again. I'd have to watch it again
because the way that GSP fights, he doesn't fight to knock you the fuck out.
Exactly, and that's why personally. He was never one of my favorite guys to watch. Like,
yeah, I mean, I respect him. He's a great fucking fighter.
He's kind of like a Floyd Mayweather type.
Exactly.
Where he's great at the sport. He's very cerebral.
Exactly.
He's very. I mean, obviously, like I don't want to fight him ever. He's gonna destroy me.
Oh yeah.
And that's not to say George St. Pierre couldn't fucking do that.
No. If he wanted to.
But he's a smart guy. He's not gonna go in a fight and risk getting knocked out.
It's 5 rounds.
When he could just beat.
He's not gonna.
Exactly. So, anyways, they're talking about. What were they talking about? They're talking about him coming back at 185, though.
Whoa.
Which would be more fitting because he's a big dude. I mean, he's like a 200-pounder.
I remember one of the big dream matches were him against
Anderson
Silva, which I
would love to watch that. And Anderson Silva just had a fight, and I think he lost.
I know he fought against the one light heavyweight champion. That was when Brock Lesnar came back. But
he fought against DC Daniel Cormier, and and it was a very.
But Daniel Cormier, that shit.
Here's
so pissed.
Here's what I have to say about Daniel Cormier and the Anderson Silva fight.
But I can respect it because he was champion.
Listen, man.
And,
first of all, Daniel Cormier was supposed to be fighting for the light heavyweight championship belt. He was supposed to be fighting John Jones.
But John Jones.
He was training to fight John Jones.
He was boosting or something, right?
Which, the John Jones, the first time they fought was actually a good fight. I don't know if you watched it. It was a good fight, man. It was entertaining, and DC is a very entertaining fighter, despite what people say. The Anderson Silva fight, I will say, was boring. Yeah. But his fights before, like even in Strikeforce, when you see him knock out Bigfoot Silva with an uppercut, he just knocks him out and he fucking falls face plants on the ground.
Holy shit.
And then he bam. Like DC is a good fighter. He's an entertaining dude.
Yeah,
and he'll pick you up and slam you and all that shit. But when you're fighting a guy like Anderson Silva, you do not want to, because you saw what happened for the few seconds they did stand. It didn't go well for DC.
It
didn't go. He was getting kicked and punched.
I thought that Silva was gonna win. I was like, holy shit.
I was like, Silva's gonna pull off this crazy knockout.
I was like, oh, Spider's coming back.
But no, he grind, and you know what? I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. No, like I said, I definitely respect him, and I would have done the same shit.
The guy's got a wife. He's got bills to pay. Why is he gonna risk getting knocked the fuck out when he could just hold him down essentially?
And that's it.
And he did. I mean, like he did beat Anderson Silva. He did.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah.
I
mean, granted, Anderson Silva did take that a week's notice? No, not even a few days,
man. It was like
so.
Yeah, and I mean, and you could tell he was out of shape and tired.
Oh yeah.
And then he just fought against. He just fought like last week. It was like this guy Derek Brunson. I didn't see the fight. I think he lost via decision. I want to say. Anyways, but the thing about all these guys, like they used to be great and they're coming back. Like similar with Ronda Rousey. Like,
oh man.
So like she's murking everybody. She's killing everybody, and then she gets beat. She gets beat for the first time ever.
She was trying to stand and bang with Holly Holm.
Not even that. She just couldn't. She just couldn't figure Holly Holm out. Yeah. She just couldn't.
Well, I mean, she comes from a judo background, right?
She does.
Ronda.
She wasn't trying to stand and bang with Holly so much. I think she was trying to stand and bang with Amanda Nunes, which we can talk about here in a second. But when she fought Holly Holm, you saw the fight, right?
I did.
Ronda didn't touch her. Ronda didn't touch her. And in round 2,
Holly Holmes was a kickboxing champion, right?
She was actually a boxing champion, multi-time world boxing.
She's got some fucking
very good striker, man. And she good kicks because she can knock chicks out with head kicks, and she has. And she knocked out Ronda Rousey with a head kick viciously. In fact, it was in the neck. It was bad. And Ronda Rousey she faced defeat for the first time, so she quits for 411 days. She takes over a year off, doesn't fight, which says that you probably shouldn't be doing this.
She said something that she wanted to kill herself.
Like, what kind of fighter who is this professional fighter wants to kill themselves after a loss? Like, you signed up for this. You signed up to fight. You might lose. You might get beat up. So she comes back and she's still. Ronda Rousey, I guess her coach convinces her to that she can box, she can stand and bang, and she can't. She can't, at least with Amanda Nunes, and you saw what happened there, right? It was bad. That was, I was hoping for at least a full round of fighting.
Right.
I wanted Amanda Nunes to win. To be honest, I was picking her.
Well, do you think it's her coach's fault for hyping her up, or
there's people that say that.
You know what?
I think ultimately what it is that she mentally fucked herself when she said, "I quit after I lost." I think that when she faced defeat for the first time and she said, she took 411 days off.
A lot of fucking hype.
Exactly, and then she's out doing movies and shit. She's not focused on fighting. And then you got bitches like Amanda Nunes who are all in every day, in and out. They don't give a fuck about your wins. They don't care about how you did a move. They don't give a fuck. They want to win that belt, man.
Fighting is their life.
And then so Ronda Rousey goes in there and I still think she's doesn't want to be in there because if she did, then she would have fought way sooner. I think.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. Then she goes in there, she gets cracked. You see it, the first 10 seconds, not even. She gets hit and she's already done. It's like me going in there with Cain Velasquez. I'm just gonna get punched a couple times. And I'm just gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
And anyways, it was kind of sort of sad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then her boyfriend Travis Brown just got knocked the fuck out too, and he's had 3. I think his last 3 fights or losses. and they have the same coach. So I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I don't know what's going on with.
Well, I hear that she's going to be going to my world, which I'm really a big fan of, pro wrestling. Because WWE's definitely
you were talking about you were so into that. On this show, I don't think we'll have time to get into it, but we could probably do a whole show just on pro wrestling, dude.
Yeah.
So Ronda Rousey's gonna be a pro wrestler? What?
Well, I mean, I know that she did a spot at WrestleMania a few years back.
Really?
With Stephanie McMahon, and Stephanie McMahon got on her face, and she's like, "This is my ring," blah blah blah. And she just judo flipped her, and that was it. You know, and everybody lost their shit. The Rock was there, Triple H was there. You know, it was a basic WrestleMania spot.
Was it a legit flag? Did she really do it?
Legitly.
No, but was it like unexpected?
No.
It was all planned out.
It was all planned out. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
well, I didn't know. I didn't know if
Definitely.
sometimes there's some dirty shit that happens.
Definitely. No, I mean you can usually tell.
There's gotta be.
You can definitely usually tell when they're like when they're no longer throwing worker punches, as it's called.
Worker punches.
Worker punches or
what does that
workers
mean?
punch. It's pretty much a punch that they throw that's not a real punch. You know. So like for example, I mean you guys aren't gonna be able to see it, but it's like
because you would figure that a working punch would be a punch that's a real punch.
No, it's actually the opposite.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because they're workers, right? We're all workers, or they're all workers. Like I don't qualify as a wrestler. I trained for like 3 months, but then a whole bunch of shit happened. Anyway,
interesting.
So when they throw a worker's punch, the main worker punch is when they'll cup their hand, right? And they'll hit, and they won't usually hit to the face. It'll be towards the neck area.
Sure.
So when they hit, you'll hear that like.
Well, and they also do that shit where they stomp their foot and they hit at the same time.
Yes, exactly.
To make the
but
impact.
It sounds much more vicious. You know what I mean? It sounds a lot harder.
But like you and I have a fighting we have background.
Exactly.
Like you and I both know that that's fake.
No, of course. Yeah, I mean when you throw a punch, you're not supposed to fucking stomp before you punch. You lose a lot of your power.
Yeah, like it looks scary, I guess, maybe, but it doesn't.
But it's mainly done for the sound and for the
entertainment value.
Exactly.
The sound of it, it sounds bad.
You know, pro wrestling, it's an art in of itself.
Dude, I have the utmost respect for those guys. Trust me.
You know, it's like it's like. And it's why it pisses me off when I hear people talk shit about like pro wrestling and just pro wrestling fans in general. They're like, "Oh, dude, it's so fucking fake." I'm like, dude, you sit for like 2.5 hours watching a movie, and that shit is faker than what.
That is a great point. That's a great point.
You know what I
mean? And you have polished up actors and shit with a movie. So like these guys are on the road.
Dude, in WWE, there's no off day.
You don't. Yeah, like you're always on, I guess. You gotta be jacked all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You always gotta be. And I saw this documentary called Mansome.
Okay.
About like male beauty and like male grooming and shit. And there was this one guy who is a pro wrestler. He was he's like the Arabian foreigner. Like that's his role. He's an American guy.
Was he
but like
WWE?
yeah, I think so.
It was Muhammad Hassan or something.
Something like that.
How long ago was it?
Not that long ago.
Okay.
But he's like bald headed, jacked, short but jacked, and like hairy Middle Eastern guy.
Oh shit.
But they were talking about how he has to constantly shave his body.
Yeah, that's one thing too. There's not that many guys with facial hair.
Like every day, it was like really gay too because like you go in the bathroom, he's in these tight little blue underwear. And no, he's in his own home. And he's just in these gay looking little briefs. He's got another dude coming in to shave him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, Okay. But that's another thing I noticed about like MMA too is that you have a lot of these guys who you can tell, are hairy guys, but you can tell that they wax or shave. Like, why is that?
Well, I would imagine. I mean, if you like roll around and stuff, if you got
that was my thought. That was my thought.
It won't hurt, but
that you might shave somebody. But who gives a fuck? I mean, like it's a fight. Like, okay, I'm punching you in the face too.
So maybe it could be also that UFC tell them, okay, you gotta shave your shit, just like.
But there are some guys who don't. There's some guys who don't.
Okay, well then.
But a lot of guys do, and I think what it is because you look more cut.
That could be it.
It brings out the definition. That's why bodybuilders. Have you ever seen a hairy bodybuilder?
Not really.
Have you ever seen a bodybuilder with a beard?
Not really.
No, they're always waxed and smooth.
They're all really like.
Because it's true, like it brings out the definition in your muscles. Like if I were to shave my chest and stomach right now, I would look probably a little more ripped.
Probably, yeah. That makes sense.
Just
because. Outrageous assumption.
Just because you can see the actual muscle and the skin, it's not covered up by hair. So I think that's the reason the wrestlers do it, so you can look more like
that could be
more like a superhero.
I know that they like wet themselves. I don't know if it's oil or whatever, but
you gotta
really
look shiny, glistening. It's theatrics.
Yeah,
it
of
is.
course. I know. And Vince McMahon, obviously everybody knows who Vince McMahon is. He's got.
If you don't, go kill yourself. He's a badass.
He's definitely got a
good businessman
for big guys. Oh yeah, this guy's fucking.
Well, and to be fair, do you? It's almost like porn. Like, do you want to see a guy with a 4-inch dick banging a girl? Or do you want to see a guy with a piece on him banging?
Well,
I mean, come on.
It's funny that you say that because back then that was what the mentality was. It was always like you want a Goliath versus a Goliath or a David versus Goliath. But there's got to be at least that one big brawling Triple H, Roman Reigns.
But there's not that one big dude. It's you got guys like the Big Show.
Oh yeah.
The Great Khali.
And he, Vince is always like those guys, and those guys usually got more of a chance than smaller guys. For example, like Daniel Bryan. I don't know if you heard of him. And he retired recently, but he was a guy.
Eddie Guerrero, wasn't he?
Eddie Guerrero, for example, in WCW way back when. Now this is pulling back, decades. Back in the 90s. One of the reasons why he never really got big in WCW was because he was a small guy, and he was stuck in what was called the cruiserweights, which were guys that were under, 210, 205. Right. They were really, really small guys, right?
Well,
they're our size.
Yeah.
But compared to the regular
I'm not even.
guys,
I'm 170. Fuck.
Yeah.
Would a guy my 170 pounder?
Well, you would probably put on more weight. Just because it's like you don't have to.
I would have to start lifting, man.
Really different from fighting.
Yeah.
So, but you would still be, But that's the thing. Right now in wrestling, there's a whole new. I don't want to say renaissance, but it's like guys that are our size, 5'11", 6 feet,
thinner, just smaller frame men.
They're getting more interest just because they're so good at wrestling.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about mixed martial arts too. Like if you watch mixed martial arts or even just any martial art, if you watch a heavyweight match versus a lightweight or even like a flyweight match, which is the a fucking 125-pound weight class. Like these guys are like 5'2", but they have the best technique. They're the fastest guys. They're crazy to watch because they can move so quick and they never get tired. But when you're a 200+ pound man, it's physics. You can do that for a little bit, but you can't. Eventually, you just kind of fall apart.
Fucking hell, man.
It's just the same thing with these big guys, but you're saying now that there's like a new.
It's becoming more popular. The whole smaller guys, and WWE is giving them more of a chance, just because like a lot of things. Okay, way back when WWE, they didn't really pay any mind to indie guys, and by indie I mean the independents. Like Ring of Honor, PWG. Dragon's Gate. It's a bunch of small promotions.
You know your shit.
I know a little bit. I mean, I don't watch, like, for example, I don't watch PWG all the time. I watch it occasionally. Just because I don't have enough time in a day to watch every single thing about wrestling, but I know enough.
Right.
So back then, they didn't really go for those guys, and if they did, they would have them do tryouts and stuff like that. And now they got this thing called the Performance Center, which is they're trying to bring up their own guys, their own talent in WWE. But they're taking a lot of independent guys and they're just rating it. So like for example, there's this guys like Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose was from CZW actually. He was from CZW.
It's the main guy. That's the leader of CZW, right?
I don't know if he's the leader, but he went by something Moxley. I can't remember his fucking name.
I don't know that one.
If you saw him, you know him because he was in CZW. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan was from Ring of Honor, Seth Rollins was from Ring of Honor, Samoa Joe, he was from Ring of Honor, but he jumped ship to TNA, which is the number 2 promotion in the States right now, or at least it was number 2, I don't know, it's barely surviving.
Okay.
Which, it's funny, they say that TNA, because there's always that, at least
what does TNA stand for, by the way?
Total Non-Stop Action.
I was going to say, because it cannot be tits and ass. It cannot be that. Okay, I was going to say.
I know.
Total Non-Stop what?
Total Non-Stop Action.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but
What's the?
Well, for WWE, it's difference? World Wrestling Entertainment.
Well, I understand, but like, what is the difference between the performance?
Well, different promotions, for example, like CZW, we were going over it. That shit's hardcore. That's the modern day ECW.
Completely different league. Period.
Exactly. WWE, it's really, for all intents and purposes, it's like really about showmanship and trying to get the most effect for the least amount of damage done to each other. You know what I mean? Because in wrestling, you're not really fighting the guy. It's a dance. You're helping each other out. Somebody's going to be the winner. Somebody's going to be the loser. And if you're booked to lose, your job is to make sure you have a good match. And then when it's time to go home, as they say, when it's time to end the match, you're gonna lay down and take the 3 count. You know what
and
I mean?
now, do they make less money because of that?
I don't know.
Like,
I
what
don't
if
know
like
that much about
yeah? So that's something I've been curious about. Is like, how does that work out?
Well,
the
I
money.
know, like for example, John Cena. John Cena's probably, with the exception of maybe Brock Lesnar. Because Brock Lesnar makes a shitload.
God, I bet he does, huh?
And the thing is, he only wrestles, maybe 5 times out of the year, 10 times out of the year, less than that, But that's another thing that's been going around. They've got these part timers like Goldberg, who was way back. Who's one of my favorite
like Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course.
Stone Cold Steve Austin will come back and do an appearance, but who knows how much he's getting paid for just that appearance?
Probably a lot, though.
He gets paid, let's say hypothetically, $1 million just to Stone Cold Stunner somebody, like.
Was a Stone Cold Stunner
when he kicks you in the gut, grabs your head, and sits down. Essentially,
dude, I bet Stone Cold. Okay. Which guys in the WWE do you think are legit? Could actually compete in MMA? Besides Brock Lesnar.
Well, Brock Lesnar did it.
Obviously.
Brock Lesnar's so fucking big. You know what I
mean?
He's
actually, but that's good.
But he's a good wrestler. He has a really good amateur background.
I mean, he lost to the top guys, but he can still compete with some of the top 10 guys.
But I don't know if he said he officially retired.
Oh, did he?
He's done. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. Good on him. God, he's been through so much.
Oh yeah, he had that stomach disease. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head.
Fuck.
Something psychosis.
No. It was diverlitis or some fuck. Something they had to cut 12 inches of his colon out.
Yeah.
Because he was eating too much meat.
So bad for the guy.
He was eating so much meat that his intestines started rotting inside. It's called diverticulitis.
Jesus.
Diverticulitis.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
That is. That is what it is. Diverticulitis, and they had to cut a foot of his gut.
Eesh.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, shit, man.
Fuck. Yeah, you gotta take a piss.
I gotta take a piss.
Hey man, I tell you what. Honestly,
man.
Honestly, it's about that time anyway. So
yeah, we could go on.
You got any shout outs, man?
This.
Yeah, we could.
No, man. I mean, like I said, I'm starting to do YouTube. Like I said, okay, we didn't talk about this beforehand. Brayton Howard, no joke Howard. He's one of the guys that I first started watching when I was trying to look into where else I should go. Because like I said, I did do 3 years in China as an English teacher. I was trying to figure out where the fuck I was gonna go, and I saw No Joke Howard's videos, and I was like, damn, man, this guy's fucking hilarious. But he's doing his thing in Cambodia, and at first it was just information, and I stuck around, and I've been watching his videos ever since. And now I'm trying my whole hand at the whole vlogging thing. So if you ever want to get a day in the life of a guy living in Cambodia, it's youtube.com/it's just Sash.
Easy name to remember.
Exactly. So
and obviously I'll put that in the YouTube link and all that.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Shit.
Like I'm gonna help you.
I
it's
appreciate
just Sash. Yeah, cool,
it.
man. And you make videos every day.
I'm trying to find a consistent schedule. Cambodian time, I'm trying to do Monday to Friday. So I'm getting there. I got some videos. I got 15 different vlogs up there. Some of it was when I was coming to Thailand. I'm doing what I can do, trying to film it, just something to do. Sweet. Just like Brayton over here, he's got his hand in almost everything. He's painting, he's got his YouTube videos, he's doing his podcast. Brayton's a fucking, not even a jack of all trades. He's doing everything he fucking can. So I respect that, and it inspires me.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's what I like, because it inspires me when I inspire others.
Exactly.
It makes me want to keep turning the wheel.
Of
I
course.
see you, and then I mentioned my buddy Jamel. Granted, he's in a much different boat than you or somebody moving to here. But he's still somebody very cool that I met.
Exactly.
That I'll always hopefully be on cool with and buddies with.
Exactly.
And that's awesome.
And that's one
thing
so
cool.
That I also want to throw out there is that okay, you may watch No Jokes videos and you might have a preconceived notion just because of what you're watching on the video. But, Brayton himself is one of the coolest, if not the coolest people you'll ever fucking meet, bro.
Wow.
I sat here with this guy. We didn't meet before. I was just a fan, so to speak.
You hit me up, and we literally met the next day, which was yesterday.
Next day. And we talked for what, 6.5? You said 6.5?
I was planning on only hanging out for maybe 2 hours max. Mm-hmm. And we just happened to not be able to shut the fuck up. You were getting slightly tipsy, and then I was getting high as fuck on a happy shake. So we both have our thing.
2 different worlds colliding.
So yeah, man, let's wrap this up. Shout out again to Jamel, man. You're an awesome dude. I have the utmost respect for you, of course, sir. No matter how much I joke around. I love my father. I love my brother. I love my mother. And Sash, it was cool meeting you, man. I'm glad to have you on. Definitely have you on again.
Appreciate it, man.
And if you guys want to send any emails or anything like that, I tell you what, fuck you guys. I'm going to put all my social media contact info in the description box below. But for the listeners on Primo Sounds, it's thebholeshow@gmail.com, y'all. THEBHOLE show@gmail.com, y'all. Peace.
Later.